All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. Hope you guys had a good day. So, for those of you who watched the reaction to basically it was the rise and fall of Tiger Woods I did a little while back. At the very end of the video, John Daly gets brought up, and I do mention that I kind of forgot about John Daly until I watched Happy Gilmore 2 recently, and after that I kind of started having these memories of just how crazy this guy was, but I don't really know the half of it because I wasn't really into golf. I just know like John Daly was like a complete outlier when it comes to professional golf, because he was just like I'm pretty sure he was just like drunk all the time, like just to cut through the BS, which makes his character that he's playing in Happy Gilmore 2 like even the more funny to me, because he's living in Happy's garage and just like getting drunk on like hand sanitizer or whatever he can get his hands on. Good times. Good. It's a good fun watch. Anyways, so when I saw that this video was there, I was like, you know what? I gotta watch this. So I looked for the one with like the most views, and this is from a channel called Sunny V2, and the title of the video is "The Most Insane Man in Pro Sporting History, John Daly." I think we found the winner, guys. So not only do I want to revisit what made him so crazy, but I'm sure there's going to be a ton of stuff in here I have no idea, because I don't know what John Daly's been doing outside of Happy Gilmore 2 for like, I don't know, 20 some odd years. So anyways, you guys, as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below in the description. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out, my friends. I appreciate your guys' support. That Tiger Woods one did get copyright claimed. No surprise, by the PGA. I assume this will probably do the same, but who knows? Maybe not. Either way, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. Guys, like the video. I'd appreciate it. It helps out a lot. And without further ado, let's go down this rabbit hole.
Beat Tiger Woods while severely hungover and threw $55,000 into the river during a...
Like literally second one of the video.
He beat Tiger Woods while severely hungover and threw $55,000 into the river during a fight with his fourth wife. John Daly is a name you'll never forget from this video onwards.
Look at him with the cigarette in
You're completely
mouth.
different from most athletes. You hate exercise, you despise health food, you smoke, you drink.
His insane lifestyle began after starting a golf scholarship, where at the age of 18, his coach would put him on a very unique diet.
He used to smoke Marlboro Lights. He said, just start smoking. Here, have a cigarette. Whatever you got to do to keep the weight off.
On top of smoking cigarettes.
Dude, that is, oh my God, look at this pause. That is the old school way. So not cool nowadays, but like that was the old thing. Like cigarettes were supposed to like suppress your appetite or whatever. So it's like, instead of eating, just smoke this. Bad idea, turns out. Dude, is he doing this like in actual matches?
John began to eat nothing but popcorn, Diet Coke, and Jack Daniels, stating in his book, "Most of the time I was drinking Jack like you wouldn't believe. A fifth a day, sometimes more.
Damn.
Most people would be drunk for a month on what I'd had before dinner," before later adding that he didn't even drink water.
Ew, how do you not do that?
I drink anywhere from 12 to 20 Diet Cokes a day.
How?
I don't know, because I don't drink water. I hate water. I cannot stand to drink water.
With this in mind, it's no surprise that vegetables were also out of the question.
How is this guy alive?
Quote, "I don't eat beans, spinach, broccoli, any of that stuff. When I was young, my dad would force it down me and I would throw it up. However, unbelievably, this diet worked, given Daly lost the needed weight."
My cigarettes, popcorn, whiskey diet worked. The pounds just peeled right off. By Christmas, I'd lost 65 pounds. Wow.
Albeit while failing almost every class as a result of the drinking.
Well, yeah.
I just sit in my room and drink straight out of a Jack Daniels bottle, then go practice for 3 or 4 hours. Yet this would only help him to become a better golfer.
When I had a good buzz going, I could play really good golf. And I think it's just because the body's so loose and like free.
Not to mention he was also, quote, one of the hardest working guys on the team. This, in combination with over 16 years of practice, led Daly to win his first first ever professional tournament at the age of 21, writing, "My winner's check was for $6,700. The next 2 months I made about $28,000 in 4 events.
Nice.
Yet this wasn't the only way that John Daly began to make money. On the Full Send podcast, John explained that he'd bet $100 per hole against unsuspecting players.
$100 a hole, paid for my hotel room, paid for my drinks, paid for everything.
Described in his book as playing other guys for money, usually men at the local golf clubs who thought they were better than they were, who figured they could kick this fat kid's ass.
Oh, he's hustling. He's hustling.
That's the way I spent my summers. Think of it as my permanent part-time job.
Yeah.
Yet this would also...
That's true. A guy looking like him shows up on a golf course. People are going to think he's a scrub, and then he lights them up and takes their money. Love it.
Introduce him to the toxic world of gambling.
Oh,
About 3 years after turning pro, John once...
Okay. It's been 2 minutes. It's been 2 minutes. So he had an eating problem that turned into a cigarette and alcohol problem, and now we're heading to gambling already. Okay.
$16,000 in a South African tournament before losing the entire amount at a casino less than 24 hours later.
Damn.
In a fit of rage, Daly completely trashed his hotel room, also introducing the early stages of his potentially volatile nature.
Sometimes I'd beat my bus up. Sometimes I'd beat my car up. Sometimes I'd beat a hotel room up.
Despite this, John would go on to win his third significant event, which just so happened to have been the PGA Championship, turning John Daly into an overnight superstar.
Okay.
It was crazy. There was 4,000 people sitting in front of the clubhouse and on the driving range
For you.
just waiting for me to get in, and trust me, I was not used to.
All of a sudden, I was being offered tons of money to show up for Monday and Tuesday corporate outings and fundraisers. I was getting paid $25,000, $50,000, $75,000 a pop to hang with golf lovers for half a day.
Whoa, that's big money for one day at work.
John was paid $230,000 for the championship win itself, yet he'd give $30,000 to the kids of a spectator who was killed by lightning midway through the tournament.
Wait, what? What? Don't tell me that. It's monsoon season right now. I'm trying to enjoy the thunder and the lightning. Don't make me think about this. Somebody actually got electrocuted? Like, they got struck down by lightning in the middle of a golf game?
Tournament. This kind of generosity helped John to build a...
John is definitely one of the most authentic people on the PGA Golf Tour. What you see is what you get. Yeah, you have to love his candor. Not always pretty, but always real. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it. He's not pretending to be something he's not.
Cult-like fan base of
He's
people
special.
who loved his rough edges.
You have a simple...
I just realized something. Look at the username. Love that. Why?
Helped John to build a cult-like fan base of people who loved his rough edges.
You have a simple motto. This is a quote. I just hit it as hard as I can, and if I can find it, I hit it again.
Which he was then able to monetize through some very funny sponsorships. Daly received endorsements from Dunkin' Donuts, Hooters, and a diet pill called Trim Spa, yet it was the golf-specific sponsorships that began to make him millions. I made another $236,000 in 1991 just for playing with ping clubs and wearing a ping shirt and a ping hat. And that was only the beginning. Early in
$250,000.
1992, I signed my first really big sponsorship contract, a 10-year deal with Wilson that paid me millions of dollars a year.
Nice.
However, at the same time, Daly's performance began to go downhill rapidly. After placing first at the PGA Championship, Daly returned the following year to achieve 82nd place, explaining on the Full Send podcast that he'd spent all night drinking, arriving at 7:30 for a 7:32 tee-off.
There was some time
2 minutes?
on tour that I didn't sober up to about the 13th hole. Yeah, you get in at 7:30 in the morning. I got a tee time at 8:05 or 9 o'clock.
You'd be out.
He was
till
drunk. Like straight up. So he was just drunk out there.
Sometimes,
7 or 7:30
Yeah.
in the morning when you had an 8 a.m. tea time?
Yeah.
He'd stated in his book, basically my golf game in 1992 played second fiddle to making money and partying. Instead of partying,
Yeah.
I guess I ought to just say drinking, which is what it was. For the first time in my life, I let my golf game slide. That whole year, I don't think I practiced more than 2 days in a row, and it showed. Daly's poor performance brought about fits of anger, where he'd fight his opponents, break clubs, or throw them into the water.
He's the real life Happy Gilmore, y'all. Like, just cut through the BS. I would love to hear. I would love to sit down with Adam Sandler and just ask him that question. how much a Happy's character was based on John Daly.
Leading to a suspension from the PGA Tour on account of bad behavior. On top of this, Daly was suffering from clear midday alcohol withdrawal, made worse by antidepressants, which gave him the shakes and the sweats and diarrhea. For this reason, Daly made the choice to quit drinking. However, he'd explained that his sobriety made no difference, as he'd simply swap one addiction for another. He'd write in his book, at rehab they call it cross addiction. They warn you that when you give up one thing, like whiskey, you're gonna be looking to replace it with something else. For me, when I stopped
more chocolate. Yeah, I was gonna say that makes perfect sense.
Drinking, I started eating more chocolate. Sometimes I'd eat 15, 20 packs of M&Ms around with peanuts. I ate chocolate chip muffins and chocolate croissants all day long every day of the tournament.
Ooh, I've never had a chocolate croissant. I've had regular croissants. Chocolate croissant sounds delicious.
Which for whatever reason seemed to work, as John Daly was about to make a comeback. After 3 years of very average golfing, Daly came out of nowhere to win the incredibly prestigious 1995 British Open, doing so on a daily diet of 9 chocolate chip muffins. In true John Daly fashion, he ignored a phone call from the US president just so he could eat, stating, "But I still haven't found my dinner yet and I'm starving. Besides, I didn't even vote for the guy," showing that Daly had the whole world in his hands until he started drinking again.
He's the president, John. You've got to talk to him. Please do it now.
On the brink of divorce with his second wife, Daly gave in and headed out for a big night at the bar before landing himself in hospital after falling through a hotel door.
Okay. This video is loaded. Goes to the hospital because he fell through a hotel door?
For a big night at the bar before landing himself in hospital after falling through a hotel door.
How do you... At least it wasn't a window. How do you... Damn, man. Damn. So wait a second. If you replace the whiskey with M&Ms and chocolate, essentially, then why is he still falling through doors? I mean... the obvious thing is he's still getting drunk and he added on the chocolate, right? Is he doing both?
He'd check himself back into rehab around 2 days later, although the media had already gotten hold of the story and his endorsements weren't happy. My two main sponsors, Wilson and Reebok, had dropped me while I was in rehab. The Wilson deal paid me several million a year plus bonuses, and I'd just done another 5-year deal with Reebok. As an alternative, Daly accepted a $1.2 million per year sponsorship from Callaway on the one condition that he stay sober. However, he eventually concluded that the deal wasn't worth it.
A sponsor came to him and said,
I'll give you 1.2 mil a year if you just stop drinking alcohol. Nah, I'm good. I want to keep drinking. I love it. I mean, this is terrible, but this is so freaking funny to me.
$3 million, we want to send you to rehab, though. And he looked at me and said, I'm good. And took a sip.
Although this attitude would then help him beat Tiger Woods in a pretty funny way. Daly had qualified for a small 16-person tournament, and on the night before had drunk 3 bottles of Crown whiskey, leading Tiger to make some...
3 bottles on your own? Man. A couple of times me and a buddy would polish off a bottle together. One. He's drinking 6 times that amount? Oh, well, fuck, dude. And I'll tell you, I was drinking that much, man. We did not feel great the next day.
Cocky remarks about how Daly had no chance of winning.
And he says, I'm probably going to kick his ass because JD's drunk right now. I said, okay.
When the tournament started the following day, Daly decided to troll Tiger by acting as though he was still drunk.
And he is looking at me the whole day. I've got drinks coming down, people bringing me drinks on the golf course. He goes, what are you drinking? I said, I got my Crown in here, man. I'm fine. Not 1 ounce alcohol, because if you do that, you get in trouble on the tour. And I got him thinking that I was really still drinking.
Helping John to completely demolish the tournament.
I shoot 65 and beat him by like 6 shots. It's about the last time I ever beat him.
Daly then earned $4 million in 2004 and 2005, yet this would only fuel an addiction worse than any he'd experienced before.
Oh, the gambling again, huh? Dude, how many addictions? He's balancing so many addictions right now. Nicotine, alcohol, chocolate, gambling, aggression that comes out when he's drunk. Like, this is a lot of stuff, man.
Gambling.
You know, in Vegas, I'd play the $5,000 slot machine.
Every time you pull it, how much is that?
$5,000.
Oh my
Damn.
It's one pull.
$5,000.
$5,000 spins?
While playing these $5,000 slot machines, Daly fed through 600...
I mean, and that's basically, that would be the equivalent of $10,000 now per pool.
$100,000 in a night without winning, before taking out another $600,000, which he'd then lose again, meaning he'd lost $1.2 million in the space of 5 hours. Jeez. By this point, Daly was up to his fourth wife, who
Fourth wife? Okay.
Confronted him about his gambling problem, initiating an argument that ended in the strangest way possible. I won like $55,000 in the casino, and I said to my fourth wife, Cherie, if you're gonna yell and scream at me about this, I threw it over the bridge going over to Memphis from Arkansas. I threw all the money out the car window and said, you know what, if you want that money, you can go find it, but let me tell you something, you don't have a job, you're not working, I'm supporting you, I'm paying all the bills.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my God. This guy's a monster.
My buddy then took her to a McDonald's drive-thru and got her 2 cheeseburgers and some french fries and a soda, and it was like, okay, this is how you can live from now on if that's the way you want it.
Oh my God. Damn. By the way, McDonald's is expensive now, man. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is not cheap fast food anymore. This seems like it's supposed to, I don't know, man. Anybody out there actually paying $7 for a Big Mac? Because I don't get it. I don't get it. That crap used to be $1. Like I ain't paying $7.50 for a Big Mac, dude.
Published his book in 2006. He'd gambled away $55 million over a 15-year period.
Okay, sorry for the pauses. $55 million in 15 years. It could be more. I know it isn't any less. That's wild.
However, the worst was still yet to come. In 2007, an article was written on Daly's golf performance stating, John Daly withdrew from 5 tournaments and missed the cut on 8 others on the PGA Tour. His best finish was 3rd place at the Skins game, which only had 4 players. As a result, Daly lost his card, and it might have had something to do with his ever-declining diet. In 2008, CBS reporter Will Brinson was given the job to watch Daly during a professional game, noting that he consumed 21 cigs, 12 Diet Cokes, 6 packs of peanut M&Ms, 0...
How are you out there in the sun all day? You're out there in the sun all day with 0 water and that much alcohol, and you're just like sweating it all out. How do you survive?
0.0 ounces of water, and the alcohol consumption hadn't stopped either. Only 4 months after writing about his diet, Daly was arrested for passing out in front of Hooters, with the negative press resulting in another 6-month ban from all professional golf.
Yeah, that might be rock bottom.
Consolation, Daly's mugshot was...
Oh my God, they actually did it. Public intoxication for passing out in front of Hooters. Oh, dude, 2008. That's just wild.
Placed proudly inside the restaurant. However, he'd end the year with earnings of only $56,000.
What? Wait. He made only 5 cuts in 17 starts. Okay, so he earned 56. Okay. Sorry, for a second I thought he was down to $56,000 total.
Yet another change in John Daly's life. Having grown tired of golf club dress codes, Daly decided to purchase his local course.
You don't like a dress code in golf, that you find that offensive?
No.
You have your own golf course that you bought. Is there a dress code there?
But basically, all you got to do is cover your private parts and you can play my golf course.
Initially running the club
like
at
it.
a loss, just so the town had somewhere to play.
I'm losing probably $250,000 to $350,000 a year, somewhere in there. Anybody, kids or teams that want to come here and play, I think everybody should have a chance to play golf. But if you're on a team, you're more than welcome to come here and play free and, have fun.
Here, Daly was
okay, all jokes aside, I do appreciate that because golf is pretty much a rich person sport, or you got to know someone who's rich in order to really enjoy the sport. And you also have to look a certain way and all that. So a place where you can just like casually play golf and experience it, I like that. I appreciate that, man.
able to practice and make a super successful comeback in 2016, yet more recently his life has taken a turn as a result of bladder cancer. Despite this, Daly has since achieved his best score in professional golf ever, has found massive success with clothing collaborations through a company called Loudmouth, and has done so all while establishing one of the greatest
Wait, okay. $345 for a pair of pants? $300 for a vest? Damn, $300 for some shorts?
Collaborations through a company called Loudmouth, and has done so all while establishing one of the greatest legacies in professional sporting history.
Okay. This was even crazier than I thought, guys. This was way wilder than I could have imagined it was going to be. Okay, so outside of the bladder cancer, sounds like he's doing decent, shockingly. Like, he's still making lots of money. He gave back to the golfing community. I'm just blown away, you guys. Like, this was a 10.5-minute video, at least like the runtime was. And like, it felt like every 15 seconds a bomb was just being dropped. You know, like, I don't know if I ever paused the video more than this, because it's just like, I couldn't just, it's actually a good thing I'm doing a reaction to it. Because if I wasn't, and I wasn't pausing it, I would not even like remember half of this, because this is big stuff you got to digest that he's doing, you know? Like when he just drops, at this point, John was on his 4th wife. It's like, wait, what? Where'd wife number 1, 2, and 3 go? Like, what the hell is this? What is this life? Oh, man. What else is there to say? John Daly, just somehow surviving all this. I don't even know. This guy is a monster of life. You know, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I advocate for the things he's doing. I don't. But the fact is, like, he's authentic, at least. He ain't trying to pretend like he's something else. He is this monster, and he's not ashamed of it. You know what I mean? He just does his thing, and, you know, as long as you leave him alone and let him do his thing, you're cool. Everything's cool. It's just wild. Like, the guy's just working on like so many addictions at the same time. But what a hell of a golfer. You know what I mean? Like to do this and be that drunk all the time and still be one of the greatest golfers of all time, the greatest in any sport, you know, of all time. Like, how do you do that while you're that intoxicated? I can never understand it. I'm glad I can never understand it, because this is not, this is not fun. That's not a fun way to live. Anyways, you guys, that's John Daly for you. Never thought I'd do 2 golf related videos in a month. This is probably going to be the last one I ever do. I don't imagine me ever doing another golf video, but who knows? But I feel like anybody else in the golf world, I don't even know like anything about them, so it wouldn't be very interesting for you guys, that is. So yeah, that wraps my golf arc, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you who actually clicked on this one, those who didn't, I understand. This is a basketball channel, and this is definitely not basketball, but this was fun for me. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and most importantly, be water, my friends.